to feline lovers and ragdoll lovers. And today I'll be talking with you about how did I bring and what's the process that I have made bringing my cats from Georgia, Tbilisi to UAE. So maybe it will help you as well. Let's dive in. I'm sorry. When I was traveling, I had the idea of actually getting a ragdoll cat. And I checked on Dubai, and most of the ragdoll cats in Dubai are, well, the breeder were actually a scam. So I was frustrated of getting the actual cat because for me it was like a dream cat that I had. So I was just toying the idea of what if I would get a ragdoll cat in Georgia. So I did my research and I found out that there was one lady who's actually selling a ragdoll cat in Georgia, and she's very amazing. Well, and I connected to her and I got the kitten. Without thinking the hassle of and the cost, how much will it bring it to Dubai? I didn't think that at that time because it was like, you're enjoying and I think I can actually extend more days, but it was not actually the case. So I ended up going back to Dubai and I left my cat to her. She was able to look it after, and then after that we put her on a boarding house. And I did the process of finding an actual pet transport in UAE. And some of the company, they're actually charging huge amount. And I was reaching to one of the company and they quoted me like 2,700 per pet. And that's not including the airline ticket, which is gonna be another issue. And then the agent who will be processing everything at the other side, which is going to be another cost. So I was like battling all of these thoughts that maybe I would just, leave the deal off and not continue it. But this lady where I actually got the kitten, she's very, very kind and friendly, and she was like, she's very determined to actually, let's do it on our own and I'm going to help you. So that's the start of my research on to do everything. And it was really a really good journey because the next time I brought the cat from Manila, it's just the same process. The only difference are the costs. So let's dive in to help you about the step-by-step process about what you need to prepare if you're thinking to bring a pet from any country to UAE. Individuals are allowed to import a minimum of 2 pets per year. That's either a dog or a cat. They have their criteria. Minimum is 4 months. They required an actual vaccine. So I'm going to speak about cats because that's what's my experience. 3 vaccines that they do need, which your vet knows this. So these 3 are actually a must vaccine for all of the cats. Next is the anti-rabies. And then the deworm would comes in probably around 7 days before your cat will depart from the home country. And that will be checked as well in UAE. So, in most country, in Dubai, there are sets of low-risk country and high-risk country. That's actually listed in MOCA AE. That's where you will be going your import permit, which I will discuss later. So, high-risk country, they will be needing an extra test, and this is what we call titer tests. Titer test is like more deeper blood extraction from your pet that will be taken and sent back to Europe because that's where their lab is. And you need to wait for that for probably 3 to 4 weeks. It depends on your agent if they can do a follow-up to the center. And that's what we have waited. So we included that into our process. You have to complete all those files ready before you actually get the import permit. Import permit can be processed in Dubai website, which is MOCA AE. And this website would actually gonna let you process on your own an import or export permit. You will log into MOCA AE with your Emirates ID or phone number, and you will go to the options where it says import and export activity. Once you click that option, it will give you a list of pages where you have to upload certain documents. And those are the vaccine records, passport, microchip, the deworm papers, and lastly will be the health certificate from the country where you're actually taking your pet from. So I process all those documents and have it ready. Once you process the import permit, there will be a cost of 200 dirhams per pet that you'll be bringing. As soon as you submit the actual entry, usually it takes 10 to 15 minutes and you will get directly the email certificate from the website. And that will be your import permit paper. Process probably takes me around 2 months somehow, because that time my cat was like, I didn't know that I have to process the titer test. So that eats a lot of more time. Anyhow, it was all completed. During the time, let me remind you, the actual vaccines and anti-rabies and all, they have certain dates that you have to follow, and that's listed as well on the website. You just have to take a note of each date that you will be doing the vaccine. And then everything is just, smooth process. On the day of the release, you will have to do an initiation of release request. So the next thing that you would have to do is to coordinate with the airline that you will be doing the cargo, because your pet will be manifested as cargo to come into Dubai. So I had two choices that time. I had either Turkish airline and Fly Dubai. But I was overthinking that if it's Turkish airline, they will lay over in Turkey and it was going to be a lot of hassle and stress. I pick a Fly Dubai. I was just lucky that the person where I got the pets from, she's very helpful, and I didn't pay anything about paying to the agent. She's the one who stayed in the airport and waited for almost 5 hours to do the whole process. So that made my life easier. Once you pick the actual airline, the airline will give you an airway bill number, which is the consignment number. That airway bill number will have all the details about the flight of your pet, and you will have to upload those details to the website. The date of the departure of the pet, the airway bill number, and once you uploaded that, you can actually initiate a release request. Initiating a release request would ask you to pay again another 250 AED per pet. So just keep that in mind. Once you finish that, you'll be able to initiate the release request on the day of the actual arrival of your pet. That's automatic onto the system. Once your pet arrives, you will get a message, and you will just have to go to the actual arrival area. In my case, it's a different airline. It's not Emirates, so I actually pick up my pet from DAFSA, the place where all other airlines cargo is going. So we went there, and you just have to take a token number. People will help you to go to certain offices where you have to pay taxes and fees while the airline is taking their process to actually release your pet. Lastly, probably I paid around 300 dirhams for all of these process. Your pet will be doing a vet check. This vet will just check everything, the details of whatever the papers that you have got, the vaccination, the titer test, everything. And then after that, you'll be ready to see your pet. So just to sum up, the cost that I have spent, 200 per pet. So I brought 2 cats that time, and I had release requests for 250 dirhams each. So that's 500, and probably 300 dirhams cost for all of the fees of taxes when I pick up my pet. And this really helps me to save the cost, because paying around 5,500 for just an agency to process all the papers and do all of this can easily be done by you if you are just determined to actually save the money. It's actually gonna give you knowledge as well on how to do it, and it's more of accomplished thing. And for me, I'm used to doing DIY on many things because I'm doing a business. For me, it feels like I'm learning something new. And for those people who know me, I'm doing a business in Dubai, and I'm doing mostly all by myself. And it's really a good experience because you learn many things as you do it that you can apply in the long term. It's good to learn new things as it helps you to grow, and at the same time, it opens up millions of opportunities in the future. So next time that you've actually wanted to do the process and you will be in the situation, you already know what to do. With that being said, I had the same process when I actually brought my cat from Manila to Dubai. The only difference are the costs, because Manila had a huge cost when it comes to airline ticket, but I was able to meet a person who actually helped me and gave me a really good pricing. It was a very rushed process, which is I will be talking about later on my next video for Filipino who wanted to bring their pet from Manila to Dubai, and those people who are wanting to bring their pets from Dubai to Manila. Thank you for watching. I made this channel for people who loves cats and ragdolls, as well for people who wanted to learn about how to nurture their cats. I am obsessed on health for myself and at the same time for my pets. So thank you. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you find this valuable for you. Thank you and have a good day.